howdy diddly dandy there, chums. Right, in today's episode, I'm going to attempt to do 3 missions in 1 episode and keep it under 10 minutes. Yeah, that's going to be a mean feat. Right, so I'm up in the actual Nexias, and right now I want to get a few bits and bobs. So I want to get the hazmat gloves so I can pick plants to plant in my planter trays. However, I am thinking of just growing out just pure Mordite this time, rather than doing the old gamma route. But I get the hazmat gloves anyway. Heck yes, we'll grab those. I also want to get the Nautilin unlocked, if I haven't already. And also the Nautilin's scanner and scan thing, so we can actually scan for relics in the sea. And yeah, there's a few other bits and bobs that I do want to get. I need to get all the plant building pieces, but I may need to go get myself some more salvage data from the Planiad. So here we go. Here's the Nautilin little roundabouty doohickey thingy. Yeah, the high-powered signal receiver thing, the radar thing, whatever you want to call it. And I just got it anyway. That thing over there. You don't need these bits under here. We're not going to actually drive the thing. No, we're just going to use its scanner. Yeah, we're just going to plonk it down, use the scanner, get out, use the ship, and fly near to wherever we need to go, and then swim the rest of the way. That's pretty much the way I do it. Right, okay. So I'm still in the abandoned system area of space where we did the last missions previously, chums. And the reason why is I want to do the nest robber mission. So I want to do the nest robber mission, the surviving on an extreme planet, because this is an extreme planet, and also the storm crystals, because every time there's a storm they light up like Christmas trees on here. I'm at a minor settlement. You know, I mentioned in the last episode that there's no multi-tool cabinets on the wall. No multi-tool cabinet there. I'm going to put a base computer down. Oh, I went and jumped a little bit. I've gone and stuck it right in the freaking entrance. I can't be asked to remove it, then put it back down again, so I'll just have to run around the opposite side. Because basically I want to build a little fence around some of these little eggs, and then shoot the eggs that are in the fenced off area, so they all spawn in their little paddock that I've just created for them. And that means I can go and harvest all the rest of the eggs unhindered. There we go. I told you I wouldn't be able to get past the dang thing. Right, so let's head on round, because I don't really want to be building a base while I'm out in the actual elements. However, that said, if you're in build mode and using the build camera, the elements don't actually hurt you. You're kind of invincible in that mode. Also, while you're in build camera, if you're in multiplayer, if somebody comes over to you and pushes you, sometimes you go meandering off into the distance. It's quite funny. Or you can push them right up into the air and they float off into space if they're in the build camera for too long. Yeah, good fun. Right, so here we go. Let's put down a little wall. I might go one further out. Actually, no, that should do the trick. That should keep them where they need to be. So there we go. Just need to make sure it does snap into place. And all the way around here. And you can see here that that's going to make a nice little enclosure. Pretty darn snug and pretty darn tight. Am I going to get the last board in? Heck yes I am. So hopefully when I shoot one of the eggs in that little corner section, all of the creatures will be stuck in that little corner section. Let's give it a go. Let's shoot one of the eggs. And let's see if my fiendish plan comes to fruition. I've done this a lot of times. I know that it works most of the time. But I've had a couple of escapees. And escapees at this point in time, they do a lot more damage than sentinels. 2 to 3 bites and you're dead. So yeah, got to be real careful. Right, I'm going to speed up the footage of me harvesting the eggs. The grass on this planet is a bit long, so it makes it a bit difficult to see the eggs, but there are eggs there. Heck yes, there we go. I'm going to run round and do my own little Easter egg scavenge and hunt. Yeah, now those sort of, the larval cores, you can actually spin those into nanites, and I tend to do that before I leave each site. It doesn't matter, you don't have to have all 50 larval cores on your person. It's not like the nanites or the units mission. You know, if you spend them, then you have to start over. It's not like that, you're fine. Righto, now what I've noticed is I'm also doing the survivor mission. You see the little timer at the bottom there, the step counter? It's going up. So even if you're indoors, it goes up. So you can just run around in circles on the spot, and that will go up. Not that it's any fun, and you probably don't really want to do it. I just wanted to show you that you could if you wanted to. So if you need to go make a cup of tea or something, you could put something on your sticks to make them spin, and yeah, you wouldn't even have to do it. You just leave it to do it itself. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a geck running round, 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 round. Heck yes, earworm time. So there we go. There is that option. I'm not going to carry on doing that. No, that was making me a little bit nauseous. Right, so let's touch down at a second location. And as soon as I arrived, I noticed that there is a storm raging. So rather than go build the actual enclosure and the base and stuff, because my ship's there, I can get back there nice and easy. I'm going to run off and grab a load of storm crystals now while the storm is raging. So here we go. I'm using the new melee strafe sort of thing. So now it's just pressing jump, reload, and melee all at once when you're in the air. Chicka-pow, chicka-pow, chicka-pow. All three at once, and then you do the melee strafe, which is pretty darn sweet. And that helps me get all of my storm crystals lickety-split super quick. Heck yes. And then as the storm starts to subside, I've been digging up all the salvage tech as well. Mainly because I've got so many things that I want to get from up in the Nexus to help me with future missions, especially the glass bead. So there's a few bits and bobs that I need to get for that and stuff. Anyway, yeah, and also the planting bays and the trays and the different plants and all that sort of shenanigans. So yeah, I'm hitting up those. If I do see them, I'm making sure I pick them up. There's usually one right by the base here as well. So I tend to get that after I've built an enclosure, got all the eggs, and I'm ready to move on again. Now, a lot of people, what they do is they save the game before they collect all the eggs, then do like a mini save or something, and then reload, and then hopefully the eggs respawn. For me though, the eggs only seem to respawn maybe once or twice if I'm extremely lucky, and then they're gone. So yeah, it's an abandoned system. Every building has got the eggs. It's not a hard base to build. Just delete the base, move on to the next one. You also get to hit up an extra waypoint each time you do it as well on the old telegraphy poles and get some more salvage data. So here we go. It's just a repeat of what I've done last time. So I'm just going to skip that through the power of editing. And here I am just making my lava cores into nanites. And you can see there my step counter is roughly where I left it off before. I didn't run round in circles for freaking hours. Heck no. Right, so there we go. That's pretty much those 3 missions that I'm trying to do right now, chums. They're my main focus. If anything else is happening ambiently than it is, I don't know. But there we go. Let's stick these in there. And we'll spin up these into nanites. Lovely job. Cool. Now, if you hadn't already done the horde for the nanite badge, this was probably another way of getting it done. Also, the money bags or jackpot, hitting the jackpot of selling £1 million worth of stuff. The 50 storm crystals will do that. Freaking easy. Yeah. So if you haven't done that, you could do that here as well. So there we go. Let's head on off, and we're going to carry on. There we go. That's what I meant about the buried tech. There's usually one right by every single building. Any building that's got like the little waypoint markers, you usually find there's a little bit of salvage tech there. But obviously don't dig a hole there and then build a fence around it, because the little critters might go down into the hole and then jump back out the other side and get you. Yeah, so that's why I do it afterwards. Right, we're all good. So we're doing quite well. Another thing that can do your step counter is if you are by a building, you can just run around the perimeter. And as the hazard protection gets low, just duck inside the door and your hazard protection should go straight back up again. So yeah, that's another way you could do it if you wanted to be a little bit lazy, but it's less lazy than running around on the inside. You can go for like a little social distance jog. Heck yes, and just run around the perimeter of a building. And like I say, if it gets a little bit toasty, a little bit warm, and you see your hazard protection starting to take a little bit of a tumble, I mean it's nearly half mast on mine, I can just run straight in the building right now and hopefully take shelter, and my hazard protection is going to go back up. No need to use any of those ion batteries or anything like that. So yeah, that's another little tip for you. Exploit that if you wish. But here I am picking up the remaining last couple of eggs. There we go. Pow! Done. And that's going to be my thumbnail, and I'll probably put the other badges underneath the left hand side there. But nice one. That's going to make a very tasty little thumbnail. Heck yes it is. So yeah, I can claim that. No, infantry is full. No, I can't. Right, so we're going to be picking up the last 2 remaining storm crystals as well. Boom. Done. Stormy skies. Done, diddly, and done. Now, I have been on this planet for a while, and you can see there that step counter is going all the way up, and I've just been latching on to buried tech and digging up buried tech. Now, what I would say, if you're using the melee strafe, doesn't count. Doesn't count to your step counter. Step counters are for steps and walking only. Till next time, people, that's 3 and 1. Goodbye, goodbye, and goodbye again. I want to say a massive, great big thank you for watching. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And thank you to my backers over on Patreon and on YouTube membership. If you do want to support this channel, you could just not skip my adverts. That throws revenue down my avenue. Or stay with Captain Steve a little bit longer and hit something on this screen. Heck yes, and there's also merch on this screen now. Awesome!